Alright, food Q&A. Lego. First of all, of course, the main question, how do I start? How do I see this? What do I need to do? First, I always recommend going for searching the calories, what you need. What do you need in a day to maintain your body weight, to maintain how you look right now? Maybe gain a little bit more muscle and lose a bit of fat, but you will weigh around the same every time if you use these amount of calories. I would say search for what works. So you need to adjust your calories to your lifestyle, to your new lifestyle, the workout program lifestyle. Still, it is different for everyone here. Everyone has a different body, so everyone needs different calories, but also everyone has a different life. Some of you may already go to work and you're just sitting in front of a desk, or you have a really busy job. You work in a restaurant or you own a restaurant, I don't know. It's just different per person. A lot of people also go to school, and yeah, you know, you're just sitting a lot, you're doing a lot, you need to do homework, so you're sitting a lot, so it differentiates a lot if you need like 3,000 plus calories a day, or you need less than 2,000 calories a day to maintain what you have. Also depends on how old you are. Maybe some of you are like 15 years old, some of you out there are 30 plus. It doesn't matter. We all have a different body. How to find what works. Luckily, it's not rocket science, and it's not too big of a deal, but it's just trial and error, and that's basically what it is, the entire thing. Trial and error. Just try things out, and I would say start. Everyone here, if you know you're eating 3,000 plus calories a day, go for 3,000 plus calories a day as maintenance, but also make sure that you know what you're getting in. So don't guess 3,000, because that's probably a wrong guess if you've never tested it out. Try to look what you're eating. Fill it in on an app called MyFitnessPal. Try it, fill it in, and you can just track everything you're eating right now, just to see how many calories you're eating your entire life, basically. Don't cheat, fill in everything you know. That's step one. Step two being search for what you need. So there's a lot of things on the internet. You can just search on how many calories do I need a day, and you can fill in a lot of things. Again, don't cheat, because they ask, are you working out a lot, or do you move a lot, or are you exercising a lot? Say, yo, okay, I'm following this program right now, so that's pretty intense. That's at least 5 times a week, or you're doing something around 5 times a week, and maybe you do another sport besides this. So if you're gonna follow the program, you're gonna be consistent, you're gonna make gains for sure. Food is really important, by the way. It's a lifestyle. You really just created a new lifestyle, and it's important to also adjust to that lifestyle. Okay, so you need 2,500 calories, something like that. That's an average for everyone, and you could even try that amount. Let's see what it does. But let's say you need 2,500 calories. Divide that in, for example, that's just one I use. 35% of fats, 35% of carbs, and 30% of protein, and that's somewhere around 100 grams of fat, which is pretty high, but that's just the way I live. I'm pretty high in fats and try to keep the carbs and sugars as low as possible, just from natural sources like banana, apple, fruits. 220 grams of carbs, and for protein, it's around 180 grams of protein, and that together, so the 100 grams of fats, the 220 grams of carbs, and the 180 grams of protein, that together is around 2,500 calories. So around 35% fats, 35% carbs, 30% protein. You can adjust that to, you can use that in every single calorie range. So if you just calculate on the internet that you need around 2,000 calories, still use 35%, 35%, 30%. Would still work. If you need 3,000 plus calories, would still work. Now let's go to the questions. Question 1, how do you balance, count your carbs, fats, and so on? That's what I do on the app MyFitnessPal. This is not sponsored, but it's just the app I've used in the past. Once you've been doing this for a couple of years, like we're 3 years in right now, it's getting easy. You look at something and you know, okay, that's what's in there. That's what I've eaten before. That's the amount I ate. I need right now, I need so much, and I know exactly what's in there. You get to know food, you know. It's pretty interesting, but make sure to just use it. Make the first year at least, and I'm still sometimes using it for something that I really don't know, but I'm just interested in, or something. I had a fast food challenge like yesterday, and I had no clue what was in the fast food I was eating. In my journey, I never tasted or used that food. Obviously, being junk food, bad, you know. But it was kind of interesting to know how shocking the calories were. and I ate 7 of the junk food thing, so it was 7 times 200 calories something. It was in less than 5 minutes. Are my protein brownies worth it? Also a good one, just supplements in general. It will help you just to get the goals. I made a pretty good video on YouTube recently about supplements, especially about whey protein to get your protein in, or protein brownies to get your protein in and have a healthy snack. So don't be like, oh, I want a snack but I don't want to feel bad. Protein brownies, stuff like that. Implement that into your diet. Try it out. It will already make a difference because you hit your proteins a lot faster. And especially if you just started out, you're probably lacking in proteins a lot. You're probably eating quite some fat, maybe even higher than 100 grams. 100 grams is also already pretty high, but then again, different kind of fats, because the fats I'm talking about are from avocados, eggs, stuff like that. So the healthy fats, olive oil, but nuts, peanuts, but not from McDonald's, for example. Or your carbs will probably be a lot higher than because what I said, 35% is for fats, quite high. 35% is quite low for carbs, and the 30% is a pretty normal amount for protein. You don't need a lot more than for 2,500 calories. 180 grams of protein is quite a lot, depending per body type again, because I would need something like that. I would need, they say 1 gram per pound. I'm around 175 pounds. I'm not sure, 180 pounds, I think. I know. So I would need around 180 grams of protein, but or per kilogram they say around 2. So I'm 80, so that would be 160 grams, something like that. So that should be in your range. But then again, if it's not bad to eat a little bit more protein. Actually, a lot of people I know, or I've seen, or I've learned about, studied about, is that they use the 220 plus grams of protein. It's what they always did. So try to stick to this one. It's a basic one. There's a lot more to food, but that's why this just a Q&A about it. This is not a nutrition program that I'll also work on that, but that's what this Q&A basically is. I'm not going too in depth why you should do stuff. I think I already did kinda with some stuff. That's why already the video is probably already around, recording for 11 minutes. It's probably at least 6 minutes long already. Michael liked the brownies too, but I really like the brownies. I really like the My Protein cookies, or the protein cookies, and the My Bar Zeros for very low calorie, for those out there that gain a lot of weight really fast, like me. What do you think on intermittent fasting? I know you don't do it, but why not? How do you know I don't do it? Because if you've seen some videos in the past, I actually used it. I used intermittent fasting in my during my 1-year body transformation for some time. Never did it a lot longer than 3 months, I guess, which is already quite long. But some people use it their entire life, and I'm not like that, because and a good example is like why is, for example, today I started today off with a healthy, like a lot of vegetables and a lot of egg, a lot of cheese, stuff like that. It was a very high volume meal, and really good meal, good fats, good proteins, stuff like that. But after that, I had a workout, like half an hour later I had a workout, and I had just the most insane workout again. It felt great, and I kind of missed that when I was intermittent fasting. Sometimes I had an insane workout on a fasted stomach, just empty. They claim that you burn more fat during that, but I mean, it probably is true because it's been studied, so it must be true, right? To make more sense for everybody, your body is just, it's not exactly a skill, but what you put in is also what you need to burn, or you will gain fat. But yeah, I like intermittent fasting, especially for those like me that have cravings in the night, or just tend to overeat really fast, don't have a lot of food, that they just they've had their morning, they have had their breakfast, and they go to lunch, and after lunch they're still hungry, they take a snack, and they had dinner, and then they're done. So you don't have any calories left, and what you do is you still eat. Maybe it's even healthy, maybe you eat an entire fruit salad, still a lot of calories. Still you're overeating, still too many calories, still you're not seeing the results you want at that point. So yes, I would recommend it for those if it works for you. I'm recommending it to my sister right now too, because she's just really bad with food. She's making a lot of excuses too. Do you recommend bulking with calisthenics? Yes and no. For me, and I think that's the optimal way, is to I have a difference between summer and winter because that's obvious. I mean, you need to be, you want to be really shredded during summer. Also, it feels good. You achieve something, and it's cool. But there's a lot to bulking and cutting, especially with calisthenics. It's straight to the point. Your skills and your statics, so your front lever, back lever, it will get a lot harder. Especially your front lever. You can do a 10-second front lever. Maybe you cannot even do 3 seconds right now because you gained like 5 kilograms. It's that big. For handstand push-ups, same. Maybe you could do like a lot of handstand push-ups, or you could do like 3 proper handstand push-ups. You can maybe not even do 1 right now, since you just gained so much weight, and it's just a lot different to cope with. The movements are they just changed. Your body isn't used to it. You need to retrain it actually. That's why if you go for a really long and slow bulk, so like a maximum, a kilo a month is a lot, especially if it's pure muscle. But at first it's like a kilogram a month. I bulk sort of in the winter because I'm already a bit heavier than I was on my peak cut. But still, it's not an extreme amount. You get these people in, especially the bodybuilding world. If you get to know bulking, you already have seen people in the bodybuilding world do it probably. And they get like these weird ass, like they look an entirely different person. If you look at Christian Guzman is a good example, by the way. His peak performance like physique is a different person from his peak bulk physique. It's insane. There's also something else with bulking and cutting that I'm not going too in depth in, but there's something with if you cut down really strictly to a really low fat percentage and then you bulk up again and you do that again and again and again for 10 years, it does something with your metabolism, which makes it a lot slower, and you will gain a lot more fat really easy. And I'm not going too in depth in that, but that's also a reason why not to take it to the extreme. A question to add to the bulking questions: what do you recommend for building lean muscle mass, so building good muscle while staying pretty lean in the process? I'm the kind of guy that puts on a lot of fat pretty easy, so bulking calisthenics is not well for me. Don't make a lot of progress. Exactly. So if you bulk a lot with calisthenics, your progress, well, you just can throw it out the window. I told you about the maintenance calories, so let's say you need 2,500 calories to maintain. Go eat 2,700, 200, max 300 calories above your maintenance, simply because if it's going to 500, that's a normal bulking calorie standard that you go. Eat a calorie surplus of 500 or a calorie deficit of 500. That's the cutting and bulking standard, but then go for 200 calories more every day. It is about food, like the 35%, 35%, 30%, and it's about calories, mainly calories. Getting your calories, and look what it does to you. Try and error. Do you constantly keep track of what you eat, or do you write down what you eat, or is it all planned out prior? Life is a surprise, so one day you randomly go out to dinner, you go out, or you just do something that you didn't expect, but you can find a line and you can just calculate that into your diet. So simply said, yes, I kind of know what I'm eating. I start the day off with, a high volume meal, like I said, eggs, a lot of veggies, a lot of some cheese, stuff like that. After that, I take a snack. Then I go to my lunch. And what do I do then? I maybe take some fish or take some meat. I do something else. Also high protein, high fats, moderate carbs together with some fruit. And then there's dinner. Dinner, also for me, still, I can't really choose it. I've had it in the past with my parents making my dinner. A lot of you guys will still probably have that too. You just can't choose it. But what you can do is influence your parents to just eat healthy. That's one. If you take if there's a lot of takeout food, I'm not gonna be the guy to say to your parents, oh, we need to eat healthy or something like that. If you have some good ideas for food, or just say, yo, maybe we could eat more this instead of that. Mainly, if it's a normal / proper meal, good calories, you can just say 500, 600 calories per meal, and it's a good healthy meal. If you go to a lot of McDonald's, takeout, it's a lot harder. You make it yourself a lot harder, and I would just not recommend that. But it's not as strictly planned out as I did in the past. But before, it's just people want a lot of variation in their diet, because also to shock the body or something like that. But the main reason is that they're getting bored, or the food that they're choosing is not good enough. I was very strict. I was very serious and very dedicated the first year. I just ate basically every single day the same. And if there was something that I had no power of, for example dinner, and there was something bad, my parents would know, okay? I was not the nicest guy about that. After that I got to know that not everything needs to be as strict. And I mean, I make mistakes, that's why I'm sitting here. I made mistakes, learned from it, learned, and now I'm telling you guys. But to clearly answer your question, yes, there should be a sort of plan, and preferably just the same, that you can just adjust a bit during the entire year, and it will make things a lot easier. Surprises, enjoy, okay? Don't make too big of a deal, because the thing is, if you're going to be like, okay, I have this, I need to eat 2,700 calories every day. Oh shit, I had a day 3,500 plus calories. I'm gonna eat nothing the entire day. It's gonna be a mess. Continue the diet, continue killing it, okay? Doesn't matter. Surprises come and go. Just a lot of questions about food recommendations, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Breakfast, yogurt, and you can also go for oats. Pretty good carbs too. For lunch, I would say, like a lot of people are, besides I eat a lot of bread or I eat a lot of this, I don't really like it. What can I eat? Pancakes. Make pancakes. I have a pretty good pancake recipes on my channel. I'm also working on a cookbook, recipe book. Make a lot of pancakes, eat the pancakes, but also save some for like the next day and the day after, and then you just have pancakes for 3 days. I like my pancakes cold too, warm, it doesn't matter to me. Take them with you to work, school, everything. It's healthy. It's a lot tastier than bread in my opinion. And I wasn't a fan of bread either. So I got you. If you want to go really fancy or a little bit more fancy for lunch or even for breakfast, like I said, I eat eggs with, it's kind of some work, some cooking work, but it doesn't really matter. But just some eggs, veggies, healthy stuff, healthy fats. Put an avocado in there, something in a salad or something. You could also take a salad as lunch. But as lunch right now, I'm trying to eat as much meat, fish, healthy stuff as possible. A little bit more work, a little bit more fancy. When and how big snacks during the day besides the 3 meals a day. The program is looking great. Thank you. And the snack is actually really whenever you want, whenever you're craving. So if you think, okay, I'm craving every time around 9 p.m. or in the morning like 9 a.m. That's what a snack is for. Whatever works for you. Whenever you're hungry, it's not about when to eat it, when to eat my protein, when to get in my carbs, when to eat in my fat. Yes, there are a lot of things about that, but keep it simple. You just need it throughout the day. Hit your macros, so hit your fats, hit your carbs, hit your proteins every single day, and there's a lot more to it. Also, make sure to hit your micronutrients every single day, and you will be good. Every single week even. I mean, that's a bigger skill, but try to hit it every day. And it doesn't really, you don't need to get protein in like 10 minutes after your workout. Could be 5 hours. Could be 3 hours. Could be a year. No. Personally, I like it to get my protein in after the workout, and you're kind of tired, so that's why I also sometimes take whey protein shakes. I just take whey protein. They have a lot of good stuff like vanilla ice cream or something. Throw in the shake. Put some milk or water in there even. I like milk a little bit more. And a banana, and you're done. You have a really good shake. More what to eat recommendations, like for dinner. It could be everything. Eat a little bit more fish. Eat a little bit more this. Eat a little bit more salads. You know, that's the thing with dinner. For a lot of you out there that can choose dinner, I would say just, I'm sorry if you're vegan, by the way. I'm not sure if there are a lot of you out there. But if you are, try to get in your protein via quinoa, your veggies, and a lot of other stuff. But again, this is not a special vegan program. It's not even a food program. But keep it simple. Get a good piece of meat, fish. Get the right carbs. Get a lot of veggies that fill you up. So add the volume, and maybe put some potatoes to the side. Sweet potato is a good one. That's really nice. And together with broccoli. All right, was for the Q&A. Thank you for watching. I hope it helped a little bit, and I hope it explained like the basics of food. And if you don't understand something, ask more questions. But just ask questions for the next Q&A in general. It depends on when I will upload it. If there's just one question, I will just reply to it. But if there are a lot of questions coming in at a certain point, then there will be a next Q&A. And it's just, I'm really interested in your progress, guys. There's also, will be coming a new how-to, like before and after picture or before and after progress There's already something like that in the program, but just about explaining how to keep track of everything. But I'm really interested in your progress so far, so make sure to keep me updated on Instagram or something like that, and share the program. See you guys.